Peaceful, 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 peace.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, allow me to welcome you with universal Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Shah Kirit, alias Kirit Kumar. I'm a representative from Malaysia. I grew up in Kuala Lumpur, and presently I'm working and I've settled down in Ipoh. So I come from an Indian family. My parents are Indian origin. They are from Gujarat. And from my knowledge, I understand that only in Malaysia we got this unique situation where the whole race are Muslim. All the Malays are Muslim. But my first exposure to the Malays started when I was doing my A levels. So that is the time I used to befriend a lot of Malay, and I also come to know a few girls where we used to study together and so on. So sometimes I also was teased by my friends. Kirit, one day you're going to become a Muslim. I said, no way, because I'm a Hindu. And I never thought that I will become a Muslim. I said, no way, I will never become a Muslim. That was my thought in the beginning. After I completed my A levels, I started working. In my work, there are about 90% Malays. That means I was surrounded with Muslim communities. And I was working very hard. Day and night, I was engrossed in work. You can consider me as workaholic also, yes. And I didn't have much time to socialize outside. So whatever friends I had was within my work frame. And there I come to know a lot of Malays. And then I come to know one girl who is a Malay girl. And I was thinking, okay, this Malay girl is very beautiful, she's pretty and so on. Then I like to make friends with her. I just befriended her. And that's it. And I told myself, don't go far. It is just as far as friendship. Do not get involved in affair and so on. Because you can't afford to convert to another religion. Okay, so I continued. But we can only plan, but Allah has His plans too. So Alhamdulillah, after a couple of years, I suddenly realized that I have feelings for this girl. I fall in love with this girl. And I continued, and I continued, and I was thinking, oh my God, I really love this girl, I want to marry with this girl, but I have a lot of problem. Because if I want to marry with this girl, I got to revert to Islam. I got to change my present religion, Hinduism, and come to Islam. So I was thinking, how am I going to do this? This is very difficult because my family will go against it, and I have some misconceptions of Islam. So I was thinking, okay, the first thing, the problem that I was thinking that I will face in Islamic is, I got to pray 5 times a day. Oh, that is very difficult. I can't do that. Because when I'm a Hindu, I don't even go to temples. Hardly I will go to temple once a year. That is also very difficult. When my family, my parents, they force me, only then I will go to temple and so on. So I was thinking, I don't even go to temple for once a year. How do I pray 5 times a day? That was what I was thinking. And then about my family, I knew. Because I come from a Gujarati family. In Malaysia, they hold to their tradition, they hold to their customs and culture very strongly. So I knew I will have a strong objection from my family and the society there. But then it took me 7 years to think about it. 7 years I was having relationship with this girl. Then I was thinking, okay, what do I do now? Do I get married with her, or I just break off? Then I was thinking, okay, if I break off, this is my life. In future, I may regret it. But if I want to marry her, then I got to embrace Islam. So after hard thinking, I decided, do I want to embrace Islam and get married to her? Then I decided, okay, before I do my decision, I want to learn about Islam. I want to know what is Islam actually. So what I thought, okay, that is very fair. And when I met this teacher, I told him, okay, my problem, I want to get married to a girl, and I want to embrace Islam. But before that, I want to know something about Islam. What he said is, the beautiful thing that he told me is, Kirit, if you want to embrace Islam because of marriage, that is not the problem. This is all Allah's will. He got his own plans and so on. But before you embrace Islam, I would like to suggest to you, you come for my classes for 3 months. You do not make your decision now. You study what is Islam. Once you are convinced that Islam is a true religion, and you're convinced that Islam is practical, and you can accept Islam totally, then you make the decision to convert into Islam. Then I thought, yeah, that is quite fair. That is very, very fair. So I've decided, okay, I will come for your classes, and I want to know more about Islam. And the beautiful part about this teacher is, I can ask him any questions I like to ask him. I can condemn, I can tell him that I don't agree about Islam on this point of view, whatever. He tell me, be free, you ask any questions. And the best part is, whenever he answered, he did not use his common sense. He did not use his ideas. He did not use only his rational. But he always referred to Al-Quran and Sahih Hadith. So he explained, whenever I asked him about this problem, he said, okay, this problem is mentioned in Al-Quran. It's so and so, the verses he will read to me. And whenever I hear the solution from him, I find, Alhamdulillah, this is very interesting, this is very practical. Then sometimes he said, okay, this problem did happen during Rasulullah's time. Then he explained to me how Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he managed to overcome these kind of problems. So all my doubts, all my fears about Islam, he explained to me. Then finally, less than 3 months, I told him, okay, Ustaz, I want to embrace Islam now. I am ready. So this Ustaz say, you think carefully. If you're really sure, you embrace. Because once you embrace Islam, there's no coming out. As you enter a highway, there is no U-turn. You go on straight. Then I say, yes, I already understand about Islam, and I want to commit myself. I know this religion is suitable for me, and I embrace Islam. But in the beginning, I did feel a bit awkward, because I just embraced into Islam. I feel very funny going to the mosque. I always felt that I'm in the center of the attention. People are looking at me and so on. I had this inferiority feeling in the beginning. But as time goes by, it went off. And the strength came in. And I continued performing my salah 5 times a day, alhamdulillah, without failure. If I miss a prayer, no, inshallah, no, I wouldn't. First, I wanted to embrace Islam because I want to marry a Muslim girl. But later, alhamdulillah, the table was the other way around. Now I can use the excuse that I want to marry a Muslim girl so that I embrace Islam. So when I meet my family and so on, I can tell that I